This week has seen a focus on raising awareness about sexual abuse and sexual violence. In Portsmouth, student volunteers joined a campaign with an abuse and rape counselling service to tackle what can sometimes be the elephant in the room. And our reporter Shan Robins went along to the University of Portsmouth to find out more.
Currently, 15 students volunteer for Portsmouth Abuse and Rape Counselling Service, known as PARCS. And after several weeks of training, Ellie, Emily and Kira have been talking to young people in local secondary schools and colleges between the ages of 11 and 19.
We talk to young people about healthy relationships, about consent, sort of talk and bring up the conversation that it's not okay, and sexual abuse and harassment, and just bringing that conversation out because it's such a taboo subject.
And what reaction have you had in schools about that?
I think it's quite mixed, depending on the students and the age of the students as well. I think it's quite a big deal to some more younger students, but it's definitely something that needs to be spoken about to younger children these ages. The age of sexual abuse is getting younger and younger, which is really sad.
The student volunteers have also been round to Guildhall and Gosport this week to raise awareness.
It's not a taboo, it's not an elephant in the room. It's something that everyone can talk about, but it is there and it needs to be spoken about more. But it's just really been going in, speaking to young children and just making them know that we're here to talk to, and it's all right.
PARCS has been around in Portsmouth for 35 years, supporting survivors of sexual abuse and sexual violation, working with women and children, including boys and men.
This campaign is really all about starting conversations, feeling that it's okay to talk about, and having those conversations so that survivors are aware that we are here for support and offenders are aware that we are going to have visibility about the topic, about those conversations.
The students have helped with the charity's message this year, #It'sNotOK.
It's really to tell people that no, things that are happening that seem like it's normal, they're not okay. It's not something that you should become accustomed to. You need to kind of bring it up and speak about it more. And we've also been playing with the Play Your Part, which is just kind of bringing the bystander into view and saying, like, just because you see it, you can say something, you don't have to just watch it happen.
Play Your Part is really anything from providing a space for people to talk, to supporting them through any reporting that they might want to do, to challenging something that they really feel is not okay. When we say challenge it, we mean not collude with an environment that thinks it's okay, for example, to grope people in the street, or thinks it's okay to tell jokes about sexual abuse, right the way through to if you are working with a young person or if you're working with a child and you believe that they are at risk of sexual abuse or are being violated, that they are really following the right policies and procedures for ensuring that child is taken out of that situation.
I've got 4 daughters myself, aged between 10 and 12, and often they'll come home and we'll be drying the dishes or doing something in the kitchen, and they'll tell me something that they've heard or said or got involved with at school, and sometimes it worries me a little bit, some of the conversations that are going on, and I often think as a parent I'm not quite sure what to say to them, and also whether they're listening to me. I am, after all, their mum, so it's really important that we have people younger than myself, nearer to their age group, going out, having conversations with them to make them feel more comfortable.
How can people get involved if they want to raise awareness of this and get a wider audience realising that it's not okay?
Survivors and victims, they often don't like to talk about what's happened to them, so they keep it to themselves, and that makes it a lot worse. So bystanders and family members, friends, they need to know that it is okay to talk to people about what's happening, and if you see anything, don't just let it slide. Get involved. You can get involved with PARCS and other charities like us and just talk about it and make space to talk about the elephant in the room so it's not an elephant in the room.
PARCS have a helpline and can refer people on to counselling and other support services. This is Shan Robins for That's Solent.